Now we'll work on the back's follow through. So we've got some nice follow through and overlapping in our character's center of gravity. Okay, and with this information, what we can do now is go ahead and hide our legs. So let's do that. And just focus on the character's back. And we'll start with the back control. Going also into our perspective and graph view and focusing on the translate X. We could even hit F to frame our curve here. Okay, so this is going to follow through with the rotate X motion of our center of gravity. So rather than having this key on frame 70, let's actually bring it down a couple of frames. So we could just take it and let's move it down to about frame 73. Okay, so it'll be delayed from the center of gravity's rotate X, and then we'll also bring it down some more. Okay, for the follow through there as the body's coming back. Okay, so the body moves back, then as the character's body is rotating back, rather than adding two keys, one for having it move back and then forward, what we're actually going to do here is just on 103 have it move back. Okay, just slightly like that. And what we're going to get is not too much of a noticeable result, but we still have the movement there and need the movement there. Okay, for when we start animating the chest, which we're about to do, but that's looking fine. Okay, there won't be too much movement on that control, on that section, but now we can go ahead and move on to the chest. And rather than delaying this key on frame 70, rather than having it on 70, we'll delay it even more than the back, so it's offset from there, giving us some nice, again, follow through and overlapping. So we'll just take this key on frame 70 and let's move it down to about 75. Okay, and then once we've done that, we can even go to the rotate X and rotate the chest a little bit more forward as the character is moving up. Great. And then for the follow through here, we'll also go to frame 103 and rotate the chest back. So notice what we get. If we hide our curves, focus more into our perspective, and hit play, we're getting some nice motion now from around the character's chest. Check it out again. Alright, great. And if we wanted to really be able to notice the movement even more, what we can do is just take this key on 103 and bring it down some more. Okay, so now as we scrub through, we can really see the chest coming back there for the overlapping motion. Okay, so when we hide our curves and hit play, here's what we get. Great. But rather than relying on our workspace to view our animation, at times we really don't want to do that, especially when our scene is intense, because we won't really get to see how our animation is really looking. So that's what the play blast is for. So let's go ahead and render off a play blast. We'll make sure our character's pretty much in shot so we can see what we've been working on as far as the follow through goes. So let's render one off from this area here. Here it is. Great. So now with the chest and back animated, okay, for their follow through and overlapping, we can now go ahead and move on to the head, and we're going to do that in the next lesson.